What in the name of God is this place?
I can find no record of it on any chart known to man, Captain. It can only be the land that time forgot.
My God, Charles. What are we going to do?
I say we stay here and take our chances. Come on.
Wait. What in hell's name is it?
Appears to be some kind of children's paddling pool.
This is no child's paddling pool. It's the top of a pot of gigantic crab patty.
Over there! Look!
Run for it!
Ladies and gentlemen, there is still plenty of time before tonight's main feature to visit our refreshments kiosk in the foyer and sample our delicious selection of Butterkist, Kiora, King Cones and Toffee Poppets. Peanuts, popcorn, pisscorn, niblets, giblets, nutty snacks, crunchy big sicky tubs, pukey bars and throw-uppy assortments. We would also like to remind you that the left-hand side of the cinema has been designated a no squawking area, and that patrons who wish to make raucous whooping sounds or perform bleating, clucking or strange quacking noises may like to visit our fully licensed lunatic asylum at the rear of the stalls. Your cooperation is appreciated. Need a meal in a hurry? Why not visit Dick's Stew Bar, 52 South Shields High Street, just 2 minutes from this cinema? Looking for an exciting pencil? It's got to be Just Pencils. Unit 6, the Mussolini Shopping Centre, just 10 minutes from this cinema. Looking for a large, cold planet completely surrounded by a methane gas atmosphere? It's got to be Neptune, only 570 million miles from this cinema. Looking for a fat bastard in a tight suit who tells jokes?
Well, I'm the type of guy that'll never settle down. Where pretty girls are, well, they know that I'm around.
Good morning, Mr. Sayles.
They don't even know my name. They come out a wanderer.
Morning, Alexei. Have a good weekend.
I roam around. Well, so on my left, the man is Mary on my right. Jamie is the girl that I'll be with tonight. And when she asks me which one I love the best, I'll tell her my shirt and show her Rosie on my chest, 'cause I'm the wanderer. Oh yeah, the wanderer. I roam around.
Who's that fat bastard?
People, when they become unemployed or even if they get a day off, often simply don't know what to do with themselves. I do. I've got a lot of hobbies, like home brewing, for instance. I've got this kit from Boots where you can make a dustbin full of Pernod for 4p. But once you've bought a house, you never have any free time because there's always problems with a house. Like, this is my house, and at the moment we've got terrible problems with Death Watch elephants. You just can't get rid of them. They've got 6 months security of tenure. So what you have to do is you have to do it yourself. Well, I hate do it yourself. I hate do it yourself more than I hate fascism. I mean, what do you do, right? You've got a day off. What do? Do you read poetry or play ice hockey or delve into the mysteries of the universe? No. You rewire the national grid. Oh, goody, I've got a day off, I'll build a new subway system round Tokyo with me Black & Decker workmate. I've got a Black & Decker. I'll pay somebody else to do it, mate. All right, lads. Hey, all right, well done. Absolutely useless. I don't know what the big deal is about owning your own home. Oh, yes, we own our own home. It's a split-level, duplex, wigwam-style, mock-Tudor dwelling unit situated on an executive commuter-style cesspit, charmlessly spoiling views to all sides, and built on land contaminated but reclaimed from a World War I poison gas factory. The walls are constructed out of this new pre-built factory amalgam. It's called Weetabix. And the house is designed to run on raw paranoia. So all our worries about the terrible, enormous mortgage and whether they're going to repossess the house and take our children off us, they're all funneled up into the roof where they're used to heat a water tank. That's absolutely fantastic. Let's move out here, shall we? The German philosopher Hegel once said, "The practice of philosophy is in itself theoretical. Therefore, this realization burdens philosophy with contradiction in its innermost essence." But then people say all kinds of stupid things when they're pissed, don't they?
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Just take your jacket.
Oh, thank you. Hope I'm not too early.
No, just go through. I'll be with you in a tick.
All right, thank you. God. Hello.
If you'd just like to mingle, I've got to go and check the sausages.
I'm Kevin Gutteridge.
I'm a man eating trivet.
Are you? Are you? Fine. Well, nice to meet you. And you must be...
A man eating trivet.
Terrific. Don't tell me you're a man eating trivet too.
I'm an interior design consultant.
Oh, really? That's very interesting. What sort of...
Not really. I'm a man eating trivet too.
Oh, good Lord, is that the time? I think I better be going.
Don't go. Stay and have another drink.
Well, just the one then. God, I hate parties. Ladies and gentlemen, there is still plenty of time before tonight's main feature to open and close the curtains several times, switch the little red lights on and off, and invite you to visit our refreshments kiosk in the foyer for Butterkist, Kiora, King Cones, and Toffee Poppets. Or why not try one of our piping cold hot dogs, topped with a choice of red or yellow phlegm from one of our handy dispensers. Your cooperation is appreciated.
The music hall. Final flowering of live, mass variety entertainment. You know, people often theorise about why the music hall died out. I'll tell you why it died out. 'Cause it was crap. You ever seen a bigger load of old crap in the music hall? Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Platt and his talking pond. Good evening. Let's see what Mr. Frog's got to say, shall we? Bugger all now. I mean, that's why they had a war every 30 years, rather than go to the bloody music hall again. You want to go to the music hall tonight? No, I'd rather get blown up in a trench on the Somme. You know, there's only one thing worse than the music hall, And that's the bloody circus with its bloody clowns. I don't know about banning the animal acts. They should ban the bloody clowns and their stupid bloody clown car and their stupid bloody clown wigs and their stupid bloody clown bloody bucket of bloody water trick. Bloody clowns. They think if they put on a pair of baggy trousers and a stick-on red nose, they're going to be funny. Didn't work for Mussolini, did it?
Dave Mason, computer operator. Alan Standish, marketing executive. Biffo, clown. In the Territorial Army, we'll train you to work closely with your unit, learning coordination, trust, and split-second timing, ready to protect NATO's flank against enemy attack.
Well, this for me was absolutely bottom of the barrel television, and Mr. Sayles should be ashamed of himself. Basically, I am sick of the stereotyped way in which the media is always portraying clowns as silly men with painted faces who squirt water at people. I myself am a clown, and like many of my friends, find this kind of misrepresentation deeply offensive.
Clause 76 of the government's new bill to crack down on circuses, variety shows and enjoyment generally makes it an offence to engage in any form of clown-like activity or balancing act between consenting adults on a high wire or to foster the promotion of any conjuring or baffling magical tricks or illusions.
At last it can be told. I am a supergrass. I am the greatest supergrass in the history of British crime. The Brinks Mat job, for instance. It was me that gave the police names, dates, hiding places, every last detail. As soon as I read them in the paper, I rushed round to Scotland Yard and spilled the beans. It was me that unmasked the Boston Strangler. Yeah, the film was on the telly the other week, right? And thanks to me, Tony Curtis has now been rounded up by the police and electrocuted. But you're saying, Bat Lex, the underworld will have your guts for guts now you peached on them to the peelers. Don't worry. Because the thing is that not only do the coppers give you bags of cash for being a supergrass, they also give you a new identity. And the new identity I've got, unfortunately, is that of Desmond Lynham, the bloke that presents Grandstand and Midweek Sports Special. A woman called Myrtle from Doncaster got my identity.
I'm bloody sick of it, I am too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we regret the necessity to remind ladies not to leave handbags and other belongings unattended. But you know what it's like with these silly scatterbrains, they'd forget their own head if it wasn't screwed on. Your cooperation is appreciated, as are the cufflinks, which go very nicely with my new striped suit. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, there is still plenty of time for a short intermission, during which our sales staff will visit all parts of the theatre, poking and prying, picking and peering about, shoving their oar in, sticking their nose in where it doesn't concern them, and generally groping, feeling and fondling people in a most intimate and unnecessary manner. Your cooperation is appreciated.
Right. You're trapped down an alley by a gang of Millwall supporters, armed with knives, Armalite rifles, rocket and grenade launchers. What do you use to defend yourself?
Oh.
Yes, Amanda?
A witty riposte?
Witty riposte, good, yes. to throw them off their guard.
Sarcastic remark?
Sarcastic remark, ironic banter, heavy innuendo, that's what...
Waggish badinage?
Badinage, bon mots, dexterous wordplay, and so on and so on. Right. Now, watch me.
Where do you think you're going, you great big pansy?
Better to be a great big pansy than an anemic little weed.
You bastard!
Bastard I may be, but better to have one's life conceived by a miss than that one's life be misconceived. Okay, Tony, now you try.
Right. Come here, you little tossbag.
Better one should a tossback be than... Oh, Christ.
No. You're not getting the idea at all, are you? You're not using your puckish epigrams to their full advantage. Watch me.
Right. This time I'm going to kick your poxy face in.
Sir, if you must kick a face in, better that you kick in your own, where the damage will not be noticed.
Couldn't I just knee him in the bollocks?
Knee him in the bollocks? Oh, yes, let's run up some frilly curtains for the front parlour while we're at it. Let's cut the crusts off our sardine sandwiches. This is the noble art of verbal abuse, sunshine. Now get stuck in there.
Right. Dick knows. Want to make something of it?
Sir, if my dick is like a... Oh, God!
No, you're still not insulting him enough. What's this?
OK, you little fart.
Sir, if little fart I am the way you claim, then your face must be the place from whence I came. Right.
You so much as open your mouth, you're straight out that window.
I started out in the entertainment business as a stand-up comedian, but I think it's really important to expand. So now I'm getting more into the comic characters. This is a comic character that I'm working on at the moment. He's called Mr. Gibson. Quite finished yet. I've also recently got into writing poems and short stories. And recently I had several of my poems published in this year's Argos catalogue. 6 plugs, that's one of mine. Bag of things for £1, that's another one. And of course my famous 4 prats standing round a tent. That's another one. Recently also, I've written a novel under my secret pen name of Geoffrey Sayles. It's called Shades of Black Eternity, and I'd like to read you an extract from it now. Dressed from head to toe in my Jasper Conran designer outfit, I felt like $1 million and looked like a right dick as I slid into the sushi bar in downtown Frankfurt. The gloom cleared And I realised that the man that I had thought was an unemployed Soviet reindeer frightener was in fact my ex-wife Rosemary, herself disguised as Herbert von Karajan. Suddenly, everything went black. And when I came to, I found that my bow tie had been stapled to the bottom of an extremely bad-tempered grizzly bear. That's when I knew I was really in trouble.
Meanwhile, in another part of town, just a few miles away, 17 years ago, later, that very same day.
It was just another day for Raoul as he put a lizard into each novelty top hat. Little did he realize that opportunity would soon come a-knocking in the shape of a giant Idaho potato, which bore a strange resemblance to the late J. Edgar Hoover, right down to the pink spatula with the words Hokey Cokey printed on it in green ink. The boot was on the other foot, however, when Raoul showed the potato his Swiss Army penknife.
Meanwhile, in another part of town, just a few miles away, 17 years ago, later, that very same day.
The horrific sequence of events, which came to be known in the files of Scotland Yard as the case of the whistling strawberries, began quite innocently one Sunday morning, when a man out collecting sprockets on Wimbledon Common came across the decomposing remains of a water buffalo. Clasped in the hoof of the unfortunate ruminant was a note which simply read, "Don't eat the risotto."
Detective Inspector Lily Langtry was soon called in, and he wondered why several Italian men were dry cleaning a pile of 5p pieces. It didn't take him long to figure out that this was a major mafia money laundering operation.
Meanwhile, in another part of town, just a few miles away, 17 years ago, later, that very same day. Meanwhile, in another part of town, just a few miles away, 17 years ago, later, that very same day.
I'm standing here in the queue at the checkout at Sainsbury's to illustrate the futility of existence. You know, I'm a very innovative comedian. For example, I'm not afraid to leave long pauses. I very much resemble the great American comedian Lenny Bruce. I'm dead. You know, Lenny Bruce was so different that he was killed by the cruel indifference of the plastic people. He was killed by the fear of the new of the straight world. Yeah, that's what killed Lenny Bruce. That and the 18 tons of dangerous chemicals that he stuck inside himself. All through history, innovators like myself, involved in the development of new ideas, have met the same blind indifference.
Good Marthamas, Herr Popinjay. A pox on thy Sheena Eastern collection.
Don't dying thrice over. Tell me, what news from Padua?
I do hear that Mr. Gutenberg has lately developed a contraption employing movable lettering type which purports to effect the reproduction of certain verbal facsimiles many times over. I believe he calls it a printing machine.
Sante, my badges in Brylcream. We must go and inspect for ourselves this printing machine with all due dispatch. Come!
Godzilla, Herr Gutenberg! We have ridden many long cubits from Hamburg on Antback. Come, let us dismount. Behold this wondrous new printing device of yours.
Why, certainly, it is there. Osmosis, sir. This is your printing machine?
By the rubber genitals of Rowan Atkinson. Why, if it be a printing machine, does it not print anything?
But it prints these many times over.
Auction my scrotum for Oxfam. What crack pottery be this?
It is a book.
A book? Well, pass me my spectacles. I must read this book.
I've had enough of this. Please leave me.
Leave? And how would you like us to leave? Through the chimney?
Or would you have us effect our egress through these ingenious flaps that you have constructed in your walls? These, what do you call them? Doors?
Ladies and gentlemen, there's still plenty of time before tonight's main feature for me to tell you that my wife's just left me. It was all a bit of a shock, really. I only just found out during Pearl and Dean. It's been brewing for some time. It's just one of those things. However, there is still plenty of time before tonight's main feature to leave your husband and sample some of my innate charm and engaging personality. I'm a 42-year-old adult non-smoking patron seeking a small scatterbrained lady from the right-hand side of the auditorium, whose interests include Butterkist, Kiora, King Cones, and Toffee Poppets. And now, tonight's main feature, Alexei Sayles' Stuff.
Death. That's something that some of us can accept more easily than others, isn't it?
It's been a year now since my husband died. And yes, I suppose I have come to terms with it. Unfortunately, it's been much harder for Gerald. He doesn't seem to be able to cope at all anymore. All he does is just sit around the house all day. Never moves or says anything. It's tragic, really.
It was to help cases of this kind that in 1976 was set up the Princess Alexei Home for Bereaved Dummies, where individuals like Gerald can mix freely with others who are also feeling the loss of a close partner.
They can't do much for themselves, so one has to be patient. They don't eat much. Well, they don't eat anything, let's be honest. But we try to make them comfortable, and once a week the social workers come round for a little chat.
Not coming out of this suitcase. Not coming out now. Don't be silly. Ah, that's better. There we go. So, how are you today? Bloody awful. Your face looks a bit red. Why is that? Because you've got your hand up me bum.
During the summer, the home provides another valuable service by organising coach trips to the seaside for lonely glove puppets. But by far the most ambitious of the Trust's schemes is its sanctuary for endangered shadow pictures.
This rather lovely mallard, for instance. Isn't he sweet? Sir Peter, isn't this whole thing really a bit stupid? Yes, I suppose it is, really. Right, that's it, everybody. You're all fired. Come on, we're closing down as from now. Come on. Completely bloody point.